Alright, in today's video I'm going to share with you guys the process we went through in order to get the Bicentennial Barn insulated on top with a new slate roof. And I think this process could basically be applied to any roof where you have no insulation but you also have no attic. And we kind of invented this for this project, so if anyone's done anything similar, please comment below. I would definitely like to know if there's a better way to do what we did. Now, also, if you want to see other videos on how we saved this old barn, please subscribe to our channel and never miss another video. Alright, so let's get right into this. To get the barn air conditioned and up to modern building code, we need to insulate the roof. And to keep it looking old on the inside, this insulation is going to be added on the top of the old wood roof decking. We're going to build the whole assembly on the ground. Typically, old barns don't have attics, and the Bicentennial Barn is no exception there. To prevent the roof from getting too hot, we're also going to build a ventilation layer in to function like a 1-inch thick attic basically, and this is all one big pre-assembled insulation patty system. The next step, the contractor rented a law, which is basically a 50-foot tall forklift, and they're going to bring the insulation patties onto the roof in stacks using the law. The structural engineer specified foot-long structural lag screws for this. We can't just, walk into Home Depot and get $8,000 of foot-long structural lag screws. These were a special order for sure, and a bit out of the ordinary. The job was done in the winter. It was a miserable cold job. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing this in the winter. They had to shovel snow off the roof and then dry it out with torches. It was getting dark very early in the day. The ground is just absolutely soaked because what happens when the snow melts, it's got to go somewhere, and it just goes into the dirt where we're trying to drive the wall around, so it's sinking in and getting stuck. The first few days, I think everyone was a little concerned about the feasibility of our plan. But as is often the case, after they got in rhythm, things started going much smoother. We went up there with the drone. It looks encouraging, I'll say. They're definitely getting into a rhythm of getting those things up there en masse and getting them on there, despite the fact that it's freezing cold right now. So I know those guys are busting their asses. They were, I'll say, sufficiently apologetic that the OSB did get a little wet last night, but it was only a 20% chance of snow in a small window of hours. I looked at it before bed and thought, I hope they put the vapor barrier on. Which brings us to the next step, and we're kind of doing this all at the same time because we don't want to have all the OSB exposed, so we're rolling out the vapor barrier building wrap while this is going on. But that's the next step of the install, is to get the vapor barrier on there. They experimented with several different products for the vapor barrier because while they all function as a vapor barrier, some give you much better traction underfoot, and this is kind of wet, and they're all harnessed off, but the harness is right in your groin. Nobody really wants to slide down the roof and get caught by that as they're falling off the edge and be dangling there on the side of the building. So yeah, we looked for a product that would be better off to stand on, and eventually found one. But this is basically the process. They just went the entire roof. It was 6,400 square feet of these insulation patties and building wrap. Then the next step is going to be to start installing the new slate on top. So we will have that in the next video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.